Hello and welcome to It's Your Book Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at The Night Gardner. This book is a middle grade story written by Jonathan Auxier, and it has a really beautiful cover. Well done. So let's start with what this book is about. I could just read you the back copy, but basically this is about two orphaned children who are trying to get work to get by, basically, and they come to this spooky home where they're being employed, and things go very strange and very wrong from there on. This book explores storytelling, both truths and lies in the storytelling, and that's its main theme, or its point is the telling of stories. And it does so in a very deep and engaging way. The characters are very, very genuine, very believable. We really get into their heads, and they have a purpose, they have a desire, they have something standing in their way, both internally and externally. Warning, there's a spoiler coming here now. Usually these videos have spoilers. Molly is hiding the fact that her parents, or that their parents, hers and her brothers, are actually dead. And throughout this whole story, she makes her brother believe that they're still very much alive, and to the point where she believes it almost herself, which is really well done. So the children are really genuine. They are very believable. So are their actions. They're depicted really well as fits their age group. And as I said before, they have something standing in their way, and they do everything they can to get what they want, which is basically, well, her brother, Molly's brother, wants their parents back, and Molly does do whatever she can to make that happen, even though they're dead. I'm not going to give away what she does for that, but it's interesting and it's engaging, and it's just a phenomenal book. Even as an adult, I absolutely loved the book. Now, there are a couple of things that could have had a little more clarity. For example, the graves. When they see the graves, it wasn't immediately clear to me that what they were seeing was graves. It struck me as kind of odd, and the way they got to that conclusion, it wasn't really clear. But it's all fine. There were a couple of other things. Let me give you a couple more examples. That's really all there was in the book, was those three pieces that struck me as strange. One was the money that Mr. Windsor owed. Why did he not get the money that he needed from the wishing tree? Why was it always some kind of different currency that didn't satisfy the people he owed money to? For some reason, he couldn't satisfy his debt, even though that was what he most desired, so that's what he should have gotten from the tree, right? And then the other thing was when the Night Gardner burned. Why, oh why, did Kip, Molly's brother, send him down into the river? Wouldn't that put his flames out? Wasn't he kind of helping him in a way with that? What was the reasoning, the rationale behind that move, that action, right? So Kip was supposed to distract the Night Gardner so that Molly and the others could do what they needed to do, which was burn him. So when he was burning and they suddenly jumped in, or Kip made him fall in the river with him, that was really strange to me, though my daughter here says she understands why. She thinks they were cornered and was his only option. I'm not sure I'm quite seeing it that way, but that's great, you know? How old are you?
8.
She's 8 years old, and we read the book together, and let's talk about the scariness. Were you scared?
Not really, no.
No, me neither. But then I don't scare with books. I don't scare with books at all. Now, she's 8 and she loved the book and she didn't get scared, but you know, other children may be different. It is a kind of scary story, so I would give it a scare factor of maybe 5 or 6 for a middle grade. Not for us, but we're different, right? We're different. So the ending. Let's talk about the ending.
Yeah, the end.
I think the ending was brilliantly finished. It had to be sacrifices in order to defeat the Night Gardner, and everybody sacrificed something, though Molly sacrificed the most, in my opinion. It was just a really well-rounded finish where everything gets tied up and neatly finished at the end. Really well done. I just can't say enough good about this book. So let's hear the opinion of a 8-year-old who's not quite in middle grade yet, but she loved it, so let's hear what you think.
I loved it.
And what did you love about it?
Well, I love that sort of like, I love the end where she finally, that sacrifice where she finally let it go.
Mm-hmm. So would you say that the characters changed over the course of the book? There's, that's what books are all about. You need to have a change in a character. How would you say they changed?
Well, I'd say that Molly probably, I don't know, but Molly probably changed, like, it's finally like, okay, they're dead, and these are just from the tree,
That's right. So what my daughter is saying here is that Molly changed in the way that she finally is accepting the death of her parents. She, what she did with the wishing tree is she wished for letters from her parents so that, because Kip, her brother, really, really needed that. So she's getting letters written by her parents. It sounds like their voice. It looks like their handwriting. It's all not true, of course, because they're dead. But so at the end, she has to sacrifice those letters. And that is kind of where her arc of change happens, is where she finally accepts that her parents are dead. And no storytelling can change that, right? So even a little 8-year-old can understand that part, which is great. What do we say? This book, how many stars out of 5 would you give this book?
Out of 5, I'd give that really, I actually would give that 5 stars.
5 stars. Me too.
Yeah.
This is a 5-star book, for sure. The Night Gardner by Jonathan Auxier. Fabulous read. Must read. Adults, young adults, middle grade, you name it. This is a fantastic book. Thanks for watching.